Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Veeam 13 Disaster Recovery full course, and this is part 1. So in this video we are going to understand virtual machine replication in Veeam 13 and how it's helped to build a complete disaster recovery solution for modern IT enterprise environment. So in this session we are going to learn replicates virtual machine from primary side to disaster recovery side in a secure and reliable way. The main goal of VM replication to keep it up to dated copy of your production virtual machine ready at the DR side, so business survive services can be basically continue during the major failure or outage in primary side. So we are going to understand why virtual machine replication is one of the most important feature in disaster recovery planning, and it helps to continue availability, minimize downtime, and enable automated failover for faster recovery during the unexpected incident. Another major advantage is achieving low RPO and low RTO. This means less time to less data loss and faster time to recover your infrastructure, helping organization to meet the critical business requirement and maintain service continuity. So Veeam 13 also provide a strong data protection with simplified disaster recovery workflow, making replication easy to set up, manage, and monitor across your environment. So by end of this video, you will clearly understand how Veeam replication work in for the virtual machine replication, and why it is important for disaster recovery, and how organization use it to basically keep their infrastructure protected and always available. So let's get started. The very first and basic question: what is VM replication in Veeam? So VM replication in Veeam is the process where we create exact copy of virtual machine and keep it um, at another location in a ready to use state. So this replica VM is continuous going to update with the changes happening to the source virtual machine. Now the key point to understand: unlikely backup replication does not store any basically store data as a file. So instead of it is creating full functional VM which can be powered on immediately on the basis of requirement. That's why replication is mainly used for disaster recovery scenario where the downtime must be lower as possible. So in the simple terms, you can understand replication is ready to run virtual machine. Backup is stored data that need to be basically restored. So this is the main difference. So you can see here VM replication create exact copy of virtual machine at another location. Replica VM is maintained is in a ready to use state, basically continuous update with the changes from the source VM. So if you let's say, if for example, if you are replicating your virtual machine every 5 minutes, so whatever the changes are there in the source machine, it's going to replicate on the your DR site in within a 5 minute. So used for disaster recovery and business continuity. If your primary site has issue, you can fail over your business or your workload to the DR site. Enable faster recovery with a minimal downtime. So these are the some key benefit of using Veeam replication, and why VM replication is important. So now let's understand why replication is critical for any real environment or production environment. So replication plays a major role in business continuity planning, reduce downtime during failures of your production site, ensure application availability when disaster happen, and meets the RPO and RTO for requirement as per your design as per your infrastructure requirement. So let's simply simplify this. So RPO means how much data you can afford to lose. So that is basically a restore point, and RTO is means how quickly you can recover. So restore time objective. So replication helps achieve lower RPO and lower RTO, which is the ultimate goal of any production environment if you want to enable the replication. So basically, These are the two, RPO and RTO are the very key objective when you decide your replication, or when you decide your business continuity planning and disaster recovery failures and all. And then this is very important interview and practical question: what is difference between backup and replication? So let's clarify this. So backup backup basically, data is stored in compressed backup files and required restore before using and used for long-term retention. However, replication creates a ready-to-run virtual machine, no restore required, used for quick recovery. So remember, backup is data protection, replication is your disaster recovery plan, and replication basically focus on business continuity. And then now let's understand how the VM replication works internally. So when you configure a replication job in Veeam, the process happens in two main stage. So stage one, it's going to basically initiate the full sync. So Veeam first create a complete copy of virtual machine at the target location. This is called initial replica. And second stage or step is going to be incremental update. So after that, Veeam uses the CBT, which is change block tracking. CBT identify only the blocks that has been changed in the virtual machines. Then then only those changes are going to be transferred to the replica VM from the source machine. So this makes replication fast, efficient, and network optimized. So also we create a restore point for the replica VM, so you can roll back to the previous stage if that's required, and that is very much required when you do a failover, or planned or unplanned failovers. So these are the some key concept, key component which needs to be understood as part of concept for the replication. So now let's understand this component, which is basically source VM. Source VM is called original virtual machine which you want to replicate. Target host, where the replica is going to be created. In our case, our source machine is source VM is a virtual machine basically. Let me show you in my infrastructure. So these are the virtual machine which I am going to create in a replication job. So these are the source virtual machine, and target host, this is the target host which is sitting on other DR. And replica VM, basically the virtual machine, whatever virtual machine is going to replicate here, that is going to be basically a replica VM, the copy of virtual machine. Restore point, snapshot of previous state where we can restore. Network mapping, ensure the correct network configuration at DR, and re-IP rule, automatically change the IP address during the failover. So these are the some important concept to understand. So now these are the some type of main type of failover. So the very first one is planned failover, used when you already know the downtime is coming, and like maintenance or any planned failover activity, or maybe DR drill. So that is called a planned failover. Unplanned failover, during the unexpected failures such as hardware crash, power failure, or data loss, basically power loss at the primary site, or maybe disaster. So these are the scenarios when you do a unplanned failover. Test failover, used to test the disaster recovery setup without impacting your production infrastructure. This is one of the important thing. If you want to test and make sure your disaster recovery environment is working fine, and you are able to do a disaster recovery of your infrastructure by not touching any impacting any production infrastructure. And permanent failover, when you used to decide to make a replica VM as your new production virtual machine. So this is going to be a permanent failover. So we are going to do all these things: planned failover, unplanned test failover, and permanent failover in our lab environment in coming videos. So stay tuned for that. And then let's understand with the real world scenario. Imagine your primary data center goes down due to power failure, all your production VMs are down. So let's say this is my primary data center, and there is a power outage and my 51051 virtual machine goes down. So I will have a complete downtime for all these virtual machines basically. So let me power on these virtual machines so we can go ahead and basically do a replication in next video. So all these virtual machines are going to be down basically. So user will not be able to log in because the AD is down and application is down, so business operations are going to be stopped completely. Now if you have a backup, you need to restore virtual machine from the backup, and it will take some time to get everything up and running. But if you have a replication, you just trigger a failover, replica VMs will start within a few minutes, and you just reconnect, business continue. This is the real power of virtual machine replication in Veeam. And these are the some benefit, best practices, and common mistakes. So let's understand, go through first benefit. So benefit of VM replication, nearly zero downtime since you do a failover, and very fast recovery, ready to run virtual machine in your replica environment, improve business continuity plan, reduced RTO, RPO, and ability to test DR anytime without impacting your production infrastructure, flexibility to run workload from the DR. So these are the main benefit of VM replication. Best practices, to properly use replication, follow the best practices such as always replicate to a different host or different site, which we are doing here. So we are replicating to our DR site with the different host, and then configure the proper network mapping. You should have a proper network mapping for your replication job, and use re-IP rules correctly if you are doing it, and schedule job based on your business needs, monitor replication job on the regular basis, test failover on periodic basis. So this is very important. If you don't test your failover, then you are not sure in the day of disaster you should be able to recover your environment or not. So testing is very important, and ensures sufficient you have a sufficient storage on the target environment. And common mistake, not testing the failover, and if you have put the replication in place and if you are not tested, there is no guarantee you should be able to recover when it's needed. And insufficient bandwidth, if you are replicating your virtual machine, make sure you have enough bandwidth available on the network. Ignoring job failure, if you have a failure in the job, you should not basically take it lightly. Incorrect network mapping rules, and keeping outdated restore point for your infrastructure. So this is my environment which I am going to use in next upcoming video, from where basically our Active Directory server, then we got our Veeam server, and then our primary data center, which is having one ESXi host, and this is our secondary data center, and this is our basically disaster recovery data center, and this is my vCenter server appliance. So this complete infrastructure is running inside my VMware workstation. So this is what I have. So in the upcoming video, next video, I'm going to create a basically a Veeam replication job, and from there we will start testing out the Veeam replication in the production environment. So that's it for today. So we discussed about the concept in this video. So what is Veeam replication, difference between backup and replication, how replica work, failover type. We discuss about the real world use cases, and in the upcoming video I'm going to do a complete lab demo. So replication is one of the most powerful feature in Veeam, and it must have basically used in any production environment if you really care about the RPO, RTO, and making sure your business continuity, and you want to have your infrastructure up and running with the minimal downtime in case of disaster or failure. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.